All right, check me out. So I'm sitting in my car, I'm scrolling, and I saw this video. This young lady was talking about hell and how it's such a bad place, it's such a scary place, she doesn't want to go. And her exact words were, hell is just so hell. Well, I mean, I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Hell is just so hell. It's so hellacious. It's so horrible to go. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but like the way she said it was hilarious. Hellacious. Anyway, so she was basically talking about how hell is such a bad place to end up, and that's valid, and she's right. It is. However, I feel like that's not the scariest thing. Like, it's not. It's gonna throw a lot of y'all, but we're gonna do it. Let me hold your hand. Let's go on this journey together. So I think, right, and I've always thought, now I grew up in church ever since I was about yay high, in all the seasons, because there's been a lot of seasons of life. I've lived a lot of different lives in my one life, but in each season of life, church has been a part of it. And sitting in church, I've heard a lot of people give testimonies, older people, younger people, and a lot of these people testimonies, when you listen to them talk about the goodness of God, and if you really sit down with people, you ask them, why do they choose Jesus? Why do they choose to walk this Christian walk, right? A large majority of people will tell you, will openly, blatantly tell you they don't want to go to hell. That's the basis of their foundation as to why they've made this life decision in their spiritual journey, is literally because they don't want to go to hell. I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. It's cray. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, to me, okay, the way hell is described in the Bible, you know, it's all the things. It's all the things. It's hellfire, brimstone, this, that, and the third. Boom, boom, boom. The wages of sin is death. All that. You going. But I grew up in a church where that, I want to say rhetoric, but yeah, I'm going to say it. That rhetoric was spilled often in church and spilled on top of us, especially the youth. They were always saying to us, you're going to hell, you don't want to do this, you're going to go to hell, you don't want to do that, you're going to go to hell. I grew up in a very, very Pentecostal church, right? So if you wore pants, hell. You wore makeup, hell. Little lip gloss is too tinted, Jezebel, hell. You had sex before marriage, hell. Everything, hell. So I think that they were right in trying to get us to follow Christ. They were right in trying to get us to walk a path that would lead us close to God. They were wrong in the approach. And I'll stand on that. Because at the end of the day, to me, I feel like serving God, choosing to walk the path that Jesus Christ set for us, should not be contingent on going to hell or not. This is not VIP tickets. This is not backstage passes. This is not what they call that thing. This is not early admission. This is not a season pass. I just feel like if one is going to make the decision to follow Christ, and don't get me wrong, do not get me mixed up, do not take this and slice it up and misconstrue my words and snip out the good parts. Now, if you're gonna use this video to recreate content, use the whole video now, because I don't believe, right, that any other way is going to take you where you need to go. That's my belief. That's my belief. I respect other people and their religions, right? But I believe that choosing Jesus is the best choice that you could possibly make. However, it all falls down in your intentions. What's your reason? Cardi B said, what is the reason? What's the reason that you are even taking this journey? Kind of like marriage. People just get married because they just want to be married. They just think it looks nice. They want the ring. They want the wedding. They want to say, I'm a wife, I'm a husband. But you don't really want the marriage. You just want the wedding and the title. But the marriage is where it gets muddy. The marriage is where it gets a little crazy sometimes. The marriage is something we have to really do the work to get through, right? The wedding is cute. The wedding is one day. The pictures, the engagement, yeah. The wedding is nice. The marriage is work. So I feel like a lot of people, they glaze over the fact that this marriage to Christ is really a marriage. This decision is really a marriage. And people be wanting to escape hell so bad that they'll turn their whole life over to Jesus without even understanding that it's not just about not going to hell. See, you can get married to somebody because you want to be married. But do you love them? If they didn't have the money they have today, if they didn't have the face or the body that they have today, if they didn't have all the things that make you attracted to them today, if they didn't have their sense of humor no more, right? Because now they got an issue, they got a little paralysis, they need they're in a situation where you have to take care of them. Do you still love them? 50 Cent said he got 21 questions. Would you still love me? Would you still love them if there was nothing for you to gain? So I want to pose a question to you. Would you still love Jesus if we got to the end of this journey? Like would you do it if you had that knowledge at the end? If you had that knowledge today, if there was no heaven to gain, if hell wasn't an option, right? A lot of us are not serving God because we just love him. We just choose him because at the end of the day, a sacrifice was made for us. The sacrifice for the remission of our sins, right? The sacrifice so that we can live again, and not just in heaven, but here on earth. The sacrifice so that we could be free. The sacrifice so that, you know, like he would show his love in such a way. Would you still do it if it was just for the love? Would you just love Jesus off the strength? Or do you have to have that season pass out of hell so you can love him? Like, is our obedience to God just contingent on getting away from the consequence of something? Because see, when I think about my relationship with God, I think about all the things that he's brought me through. I think about all the times where I could have been gone. I think about all the times that I wanted to take myself away, right? But God sent somebody to talk to me. God sent the right person to call me. God derailed my plans. God moved a lot of people out of my life that I thought I couldn't live without, just to show me that he had something better. I think about the times where me and my mama did not have heat and hot water, but I did not pass. I think about the things that I've been through and how bad the situations could have been had they went another way. And I think about his mercy. I think about his grace. I think about the fact that I'm not worthy of none of this stuff, but I'm still living and breathing to tell the story to you. I think about his love for me and how I'm just one person out of all of these billions of people, but he still meets my needs. He still hears my prayers. He still loves me with not a general love, but a very intentional, individual love. That's what he has for me. That's why I serve him. I'm sorry, but like, just this is not popular opinion, but I'm so over the conversation of, oh, I just don't want to go to hell. That's not the biggest deal for me, because my mind's on a whole different like wavelength with this. I serve God. I choose to live my life the way that I live it because he first loved me. He first loved me. He gives me opportunities day in and day out to continue to breathe and live and have life abundantly. He fills my life with joy. He sends people that bring me, so much like happiness and laughter and joy. He's given me peace, that even in the times of trouble, when I'm stressed out, when I don't have it for myself, God has pulled me through. And you may not understand that testimony that I have, because that might not be your life, but I can tell you there's some times where I almost lost my mind. There's been some times where had it been my way, I would have got up out of the way. But he said, I have a plan for you, and I still love you. And you're broken, but I still love you. And you're messy, and you're messed up. I still love you. I still want you. I'm gonna give you another chance. I'm gonna still take the leap of faith. God bets on me every day. I could mess up every day. He's still betting on me. And even when I turn away, he's still waiting on me. So the whole conversation about, I just don't want to go to hell, that is so beneath me at this point. It's not a matter of me not wanting to go to hell. It's a matter of me serving him because that's my choice, because that's what I want to do, because I see his love, I see his mercy, I see his grace, I see it all in action in my life. He's done it before, and I trust that he'll do it again. And there's some times that I doubt, and there's some times that I'm scared, and there's some times that I start freaking out and crashing out on God in prayer, but he still loves me. He's faithful to me. He's faithful to take care of the things that he started. He will finish what he started. That's why I serve him. That's why I serve him. Not because I'm trying to escape eternal damnation. Because see, I've learned, one thing I've learned in life, becoming a grown woman, is that at the end of the day, you have to face the consequences to your actions. You got to eat the pot that you make, and you got to lay in the bed that you make. So if we're just going to try to dodge around going to hell, eating the consequences, and we're gonna hide behind Christianity to avoid that, those gonna be some of the first people in the line. Because where's your heart? Is your heart really for Christ? That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm not trying to attack the lady who created the first video at all by any means. I don't even know her. I don't know her. I don't know her content. It's just that the moment that I saw that, it triggered something in me, and I said I have to make this video and I have to talk about this. So I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know you, ma'am. Please don't be offended. I'm not trying to say you're going. But what I'm saying is, the heart posture is everything. You could do a good deed. See, a lot of people give to charities because they need to get rid of this money so they can get the tax break next year. They didn't really give to the charity because they so much believe in the charity and want it to flourish, and just so much like believe in the mission. But when you give a certain amount of money away, you write that off your taxes. That puts you into a different tax category. So a lot of the places, a lot of the foundations that are giving money away, they are helping the community, they are helping the organization that they're giving to, but it's not necessarily a genuine, I'm doing this, and there's no strings attached. Same goes for this situation. Are we loving Christ with no strings attached? Are you bad about it? Or are you just doing it because it looks good on Sunday and it's going to get you in the pearly gates? So I just want y'all to chew on that. I don't know, that just dropped in my spirit. That was what I was feeling today as soon as I seen that video. But I mean, hey, do what you will with that. Like, chew on it. Think about it. See y'all later. Tomorrow, Sunday. Peace.